Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jameis to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, Winston. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the whip. Let him go.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kevin White, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. Check, 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 check. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Let him go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
58 for Mike, 58. Wait.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
58, boys, 58. 58 for Mike. Not today, you are.
Winston now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone.
Rush coming, and he he's taken down. Devin White in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Wait. Green, triple team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Barber on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Winston finds his target, the rookie Scott Miller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Murray keeps it himself. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready? Blue lady. 58, come on. It's a party now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. Spins away, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. So now he's trying to prove it. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throwing the out route and complete. That's right. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kevin White, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Ready. Black 25 behind. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
To throw, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. A gain of 3, second down. From the 44, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Winston. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Jameis now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Winston. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Let's go, D. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Flip it, flip it. Check safety, check safety.
Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scott Miller, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run by Barber. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll run on 1st down. Barber. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Here we go. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. They can't hang with us. Let them go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Terrell Suggs.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Christian Kirk, 93 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Ready. White 25. Go, go, go. Walk tight, walk tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Come on. Sunday. Big air. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Come on.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
David Johnson on his way. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. On 2nd down, Barber. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. On the right side, this is Miller. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. He's going to let this one go. It's caught inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And some room to maneuver. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on second and long. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Jameis to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Terrell Suggs. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
A throw over the middle taken in, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So first and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the... And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Hatchet, hatchet. Wait.
Now on 2nd and 13, Winston. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. On play action, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A first down throw for Winston. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. On 1st and 10, Winston. Now a desperation throw. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
No. Hey.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray steps away to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he will not add 2 more to the final score. Doesn't matter. This one's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks.